Hello, my name is Starlight. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and I'm reaching out to all of you beautiful souls out there, and I hope you're able to get out in nature like Starlight is. And what is Starlight doing? Starlight is out by a lake. I finally found a beautiful lake yesterday, and I spent some time with a young men and women in this very spot where I am today. So I decided, hey, I'm going to be that early bird this morning and get that worm. And not really that worm. Starlight does not eat worms. They might, I don't know. Yeah, they're dirt. They don't have any, I don't think they eat meat, do they? So anyway, I just wanted to reach out to all of you and see how you're doing. And I really hope you're getting out in nature like Starlight is. So here I am. I'm ready for the day. It's supposed to be like 90 like yesterday where I am. So Starlight is staying in the shade, staying near the water. I really cannot drive around right now in my car, not very much, because a window busted out. So anyway, I really do. I hope you're getting out in nature and go, find a lake, a trail, an ocean, Starlight out of the ocean or a lake. I prefer the lake. Starlight, that's what she was used to in New York. And so this is great that I found a lake without alligators. So anyway, here we are out in nature on a beautiful Sunday. And today what I want to talk about, but before I talk about the topic, is I want to reach out to all of you and thank you for liking my videos or sharing or subscribing to them, so I really thank you. And don't be afraid to leave any comments. So if you are new to my YouTube channel, welcome. You can find me on YouTube, and that is at Starlight, and that is Kathy with a K Dingman. Plus, you can give this video a thumbs up. That is if you want to be that change that you want to see in the world, not so much see it, because there's a lot of people, like I say, they want to see it, but they don't want to be it. And you really want to be it instead of just want to see it, because it does take a lot of work to be that change that you want to see in the world. And it's about our kids, it's about our grandkids. This is what this YouTube channel is about, is for the kids. I'm already halfway through my life, so I'm gonna make the best of my life now, where God can use me. So anyway, I do love all of you. Besides, you can give my videos a thumbs up. You could subscribe to my YouTube channel. Plus, don't forget, you can leave a message down below, beep, beep, beep. And don't forget the notification bell. That way you don't miss any videos. And also, you could share my videos with anyone. You could share my videos with your family, friends, strangers, anyone on your social media, wherever. Please send these videos out. It's so important to spread these videos out. That is, do you even want to see a change? By sending these videos out, other people are going to get these videos so they can help themselves, and by working on themselves, and to be that change that we all want to see. So it really starts with me first, and it starts with you. And then when we work on ourselves, then we can help others to be that change that we want to see in the world. And is anybody perfect? Absolutely not. Nobody's perfect. So it doesn't mean that we are perfect. No, it's that we're working on clearing stuff out of our life that no longer serves us or people, so we can be that change in the world that we want to see. And also, you can follow me on Instagram, and that is at 1995 Starlight, or on Facebook, and that is Kathy with a K Dingman Starlight. So I'm not sure is today what I want to talk to you about, and mine is almost running out right now, is because Starlight has got her sage right here. So I'm going to sage this internet, this phone here. I don't want to touch this stuff because it's right at the end, and it might burn my fingers. This stuff, really, when you use this stuff, Starlight's going to sage the technology here. So with the sage here is now there's a lot of things about sage on the internet, what people say, whether they like it or not. And when I got to this area, it's a beautiful little space, and I was hanging out with four young adults yesterday in this very same space. They were very friendly, and I hung out with them yesterday for a bit, and then I took off. And Starlight was such a good girl, where there's alcohol and marijuana, and Starlight did not do any of those. So so anyway, besides Starlight being a good girl, is I made a video a while back, and I think it's in the Did You Know video, but a lot of people didn't check that video out, and it was called Have You Ever Tried Sage? And I looked this up recently. Is sage good or bad? Well, in the Bible, it says God gave us all the herbs of the field. Even marijuana, there's people that want to illegalize marijuana. I am not absolutely against marijuana. So I believe, marijuana can help people to bring awareness inside their headspace, to understand things that they might have not understood before. But I'm not here to talk about marijuana. It's just that marijuana is an herb, just like sage is. So I did research on whether you should use sage or not. And you got to really watch out what you do search, is because there's some people that will twist the truth or whatever with that. And it said in the Bible, though, with Moses, that Moses did use herbs to for purification. And that is what Starlight does, is for purification. It is very powerful, sage is. Some of you might not even understand it. Some of you might say it's witchcraft, and that's what I've had somebody tell me. Oh, that's witchcraft using sage. I am not into witchcraft. I am here. I use that sage to protect the space in here from any lower frequencies, any low vibration, any dark entities, or any of that. And I pray in the name of Jesus. Bam. If you have a problem with that, I know where because demons can't stand the name of saying in the name of Jesus. So there's ways that you can actually, and what it is with those lower energies, those lower vibrations or dark entities, what you want to do is remove them so Jesus can send them to the light, so they can, get changed, that they will get cleared out and stuff like that. And dark energies and negative energies are everywhere, even in the churches. How do you think they get corrupted? So yeah, they get corrupted because of unclean spirits, unclean spirits, lower energies, negative energies. There's no sign on the church door. Now if they use sage, maybe in the church, and used it in the door frame, and in the parking lot and all that, maybe there would be no unclean spirits coming into the church. But they don't do that, do they? Is that witchcraft? So Starlight only uses the sage is to clear my body of and you're gonna see this smoke coming here, is I clear out of my body, because when I travel around and meet new people, like yesterday I met people here, they were so sweet, they invited me here, but I don't know them, I don't know where they came from, I don't know what their habits are, where they go, and do they have unclean spirits? Do they have unclean spirits? Do they have lower frequencies or low vibration or any of that, evil spirits, or I don't know. But that's why I cleared the space out, because in time a lot of different people come here in this space, and they bring in different things from wherever they came from. So if you are somebody that believes in negative energies, lower frequencies, and if you are interested, you can, like I have, this was a stick of, and I got it on aluminum foil, so then it won't cause any fire. But if you believe that there's lower energies, lower vibrations, unclean spirits, people with evil spirits, demons, and all that stuff. This is a great way to clear it out of your house, clear it off of your body, clear it out of your car. Starlight just had to do her car. I guess some funky stuff that goes on, and I'm going to mention that. I said in a video before that I didn't want to say what happened that morning when I woke up, but because of my sticker on my car, there's evil entities, demons, or unclean spirits that don't like the sticker on my car that says Starlight, be the change that you want to see in the world. Not everybody is a fan of that, you understand? So not everyone out there wants to see a great change, because we see it all around the world in the churches and in the government, all over in the bars, wherever this, in the, I gotta mention this, is the, like the casinos, a lot of really funky energy goes on in those places, and I know, isn't it weird at the church? Starlight at the church? You think they're just a bunch of holy people in the church? Absolutely not. In the building, it's not really, we are the church, the people. It's not really, the building is just a place to gather, so it's not, but a lot of unclean spirits go in there, and that's why churches get corrupted. And are all churches corrupted? Most of them are, I believe. It would be, and that will be another video I will come up with soon, is are you having a hard time finding a church? I meet a lot of people that are having a hard time finding a church. I have family members that are searching for a church, and they moved to a new area, and now they're having a hard time finding a church. And I meet lots of people, they're Christians, and they say, hey, I want to go to church, but it's hard to find the right one. And I'm sorry about the lighting, but I really don't want to change this around, because I do want to, I'm going to show you really quick the other side of this where I am. But isn't this beautiful? This is what Starlight is looking at right now, so I'll let you look at that. So with sage is that you can go and find it either online, and they got different types of sage, and there's some of it, the kind that I bought, it was at Walmart, and you want the kind that's tied up like in a, they tie it up, they have a whole bunch of sage, and then they take string and they wrap it around and they tie it up so you can actually light it up. And I don't have any examples here, but there's some of them that when you buy it and you light it, they're really hard to light up, and that's what I ended up buying. Is I bought a pack at Walmart. 2 of them were easy to light up and they burn quicker, and the other pack, the other sage that they had there was really hard to light. And so you really have to demonstrate, find sage out there. But you want to find, if you're interested in clearing out a space, like your house, because your aura carries a lot of lower energies, because when we go places, energy lingers around those energies. It's like a resin that even though, nobody's there, and you're in an empty space, but there was a lot of people there. Well, in that space, just like in this space here, there's been a lot of people in and out. And when I say that they leave like a resin, and I'm going to explain it the best way I can, is because of energy, it's just like when a dog gets trained how to find someone, is that we leave pieces of our flesh all around everywhere we go. And that is how the dogs find us. So, we do leave a part of us everywhere we go. And when you go somewhere and there's like, especially a bar or even those gentlemen clubs, you're gonna pick up a lot of those kind of energies, and casinos in those places, and yes, church. You're gonna pick up those those kind of energies in all these different places. And and it's gonna, just like when you're close enough, like they had when COVID, is about standing like 6 feet apart from each other. I still have to research this about your aura, but your aura is really big. You got like, you're in a like a bubble, and starlight has a guarded I'm in a bubble right now because I did a guided meditation, and I had the archangels, Archangel Raphael and Archangel Michael, um, with Archangel Michael to put like a big blue shield around me with gold, so that way no lower energies and entities, dark entities or negative energies can enter in my aura space. So I am protected, I am safe, I am protected, I am safe, I am protected, I am safe. You're probably wondering, Starlight, you already said that a couple times. Why are you saying that 3 times? 3 is very powerful. The number 3 is very powerful. So if you do the I am affirmations, saying those, I am not afraid, I am not afraid, I am not afraid. Those are very powerful. So it is best to say it 3 times, because it has a greater effect. Number 3 is a very powerful number, like I was saying. So that is what you want to do. But I don't know what your beliefs are as far as using sage, but I did research it, and Moses, did this to purify things, to make things, like to clear out those energies, those negative low energies. Those energies, even though you can't see it, like a resin, that people leave behind, is that you're going to walk in that, you're in that space. That energy is still there. And, whether they're not there or not. So you might think, oh, there might be things going on in your house, with your kids, your husband, wife. It's just like, if I'm going to explain this the best way I can. I'm not making this stuff up. It is like if you had a really rotten week and you were getting angry and upset, that energy, that lower energy, and then you go around other people, and those people getting connected with you, and there's times that we take our frustration out on people that we love. It could be your husband, it could be your wife, it could be your mom, dad, brother, sister, friend. It doesn't matter who. It could be your kids. A lot of times that's what happens. The kids, you know, where, like when you send your kids to public school and they get bullied and they get picked on and they get called names, and then the teachers, not all the teachers, you got dark entity teachers out there. You got teachers out there that might be great teachers, but they are carrying low negative energies, and then they're in the school system, and they could treat your child in such a way that is actually offensive or abusive, and where the child doesn't know what to do, doesn't know what to say, can't even prove anything the child sees or witnesses. So this stuff goes on even in the school system. So your kids could be affected at school, having a horrible day, and they are so upset, that stuff that's out there in the school system, and they get home and then they get called names by their brothers and sisters. And then before you know it, if they don't take care of that, or they don't know how to take care of it, they're going to lash out on somebody else. And they don't mean to. It's just that because those energies that have been attacking them had leech onto them without them even knowing about it. They don't even know why they're treating people the way they do. And this is what goes on in society all the time. Even the churches, the government, everywhere, all out in the streets, out in the public view, out in, anywhere you go, shopping malls, all this stuff, you see it on the news. Why did this person behave a certain way? And that's why it's so important to love yourself. Hey, I got 1111 twice today. I've been getting 1111. I am sorry to say this really quick, but Starlight has been getting 1111 for the last so many days, more than once. I've been getting it 4 times, 3 times, today 2 times, so it's been amazing. I'm doing exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. But I just wanted to say, wow, 1111 again. So anyway, like I was saying with this energy, is that it is like when somebody yawns, it's contagious, where it's like a virus that you're picking up, just like when COVID was around, like, breathing that stuff in the air, Starlight did get COVID because I left my area. I, knew I had to get out of my comfort zone, but I went in the area. It was the first time I ever left and went out to go at a hotel. But you know what? Just like you can get COVID, that energy is just alive, just like the virus COVID, that you can get sick. You can't see it, right? You can't see it, just like the wind, like those plants in front of you, where you could see some of those leaves are just kind of blowing because of the breeze here. You see it, you can't see the wind, but you can see that the branches, the leaves are moving, and that is how real these energies are. And it's kind of funny, behind me, I'll just show you really quick. Beep. Behind me, that space behind me is, it's kind of funny. I saged, there's a trail that you can't see that's right behind here. It goes from here to here, and it connects to a trail over there, and I saged it so no unclean spirits can walk in this space here. So you know what is so weird? Before, I only saged this area here where I am, up to the lake, right where I'm sitting. I saged myself to clear any unclean spirits, unclean, negative, in the name of Jesus. And then, before I actually did that trail up there, people were walking by. And then God put it in me to, Starlight, why don't you do that little short trail right there? And you know what? Ever since I saged that little space right there, nobody has came through on this trail. But before I saged it, people were walking back and forth, going this way or that way, depending on where they were going, with dogs and, couples and stuff. But since I saged it, not one person went back and forth in this on behind me. So I just wanted to say that really quick. So that is how powerful sage is that unclean energy, that low vibration cannot, in the name of Jesus, cannot enter this space. I brought in positive vibration, positive. So you want to release the negative and embrace the positive vibration, positive frequency in your space. So you want to cleanse the low vibration, negative vibration, and bring in the positive vibration in your space. So it's so important not just to, you want to let go of the things that no longer serve you and people. So if you got people that you thinking, if they're angry all the time, these are different kind of energies that are low vibration, complaining all the time, it's all right to talk about stuff. And like I use stories, like with lessons to learn about things, but I always try to have a lesson in those stories. So, but people that, you talk positive, they talk negative, you talk positive, those people are carrying that low vibration with them everywhere they go, and it will affect you and your family. Like I was saying, the child that goes to school being attacked at school, and it could be the teachers, man or female, it doesn't matter what race, because race is an illusion, but that energy is not an illusion. That energy is real. And like I said, like those branches are moving a little bit. There's not very much air here today to have a great example of the wind, but we all know that the wind is real. And just like with COVID, I did get COVID, and I got it because I went into an unclean hotel. It was late at night. I was just so tired. I just wanted to sleep. And it was when I had my own place. I went into a all-you-can-eat buffet, and it was just the wrong place, and it was dirty. I had my own cleaning business, so Starlight knows a clean place. I spot that stuff far away. I'm like, unclean, unclean, unclean. But, when we go in those places, that's where that, like even with COVID, so if you go in unclean places where, I had people that said they're not even going to clean their hands, when COVID came out, I was like, oh my, I was cleaning my hands, trying to, because germs are everywhere. You can't see it, but it's there, just like going in the bathroom, and I had to learn this when I worked for handicapped people, is, they were teaching us about keeping our hands clean. So especially in the wintertime of getting the flu or catching a cold, because if you got sick, you couldn't go there to work because then, you can't see that stuff. So this is the same kind of thing as uncleanness, you know, and it's just where does this stuff come from? It comes from people, being around the wrong kind of people, being around the wrong stuff, like even drinking too much alcohol. When you go to a liquor store, a lot of those liquor stores, what's the name of them? Wines and spirits. Why does it say wine and spirits? Because they know if you drink too much wine or beer or alcohol or mixed drinks, that there is spirits that can come out of a person if they overdrink, so, and then, it can affect other people, just like with COVID, being 6 feet, apart, away from each other, is that it will affect, when you're in that space with COVID, that's why people were wearing a mask, to hoping that would help them to protect themselves from getting COVID. Now, Starlight did not like wearing the really strong mask, which I couldn't breathe into, but I didn't want to wear a mask at all, so I ended up getting COVID because I wasn't wearing a mask. I wasn't protecting myself. And even if I wore the one mask that were like the hospital kind, the really cheap clothy ones, is, I was breathing really, not good, but I could breathe better in those. Not saying that is going to protect you from, not getting COVID, so just like COVID, the flu and all that stuff, you can't see it, but man, when it gets your ass, you could feel it, and everybody gets it hits them differently, so we do have to be careful of where we go and where we spend our time and what kind of people are we have in our life, so if you got people that have unclean spirits where they're getting angry all the time, getting upset, yelling and screaming all the time, it's more than likely those people got some unclean spirits and some other shit going on inside of them. They're always upset, they're always yelling, they're cursing the kids out, they're yelling at the husband and wife, they're out in public. Those are the kind of people that you want to stay far away from, but these days that you're gonna, even though they're not yelling, you cannot spot them, some people might be able to see their auras and stuff and know, ooh, that's an unclean person. That's a person that's got some spirits or some unclean, spirits with them, and low frequencies, low vibrations near them, because they could see their aura and know, oh my, I'm going to stay away from that person, and not be around. So if you have people, and that's why public school is the worst place to send your kids, because you're sending your kids to a school and they're all closed in the building with a bunch of a mixture of unclean spirits all through the whole entire school system. Your kids are definitely going to pick up something from the school. Even at churches, you could think, oh, my kid, going to church is so holy. I could swear, and I don't want to say that F word, but no, it isn't. Just because you go into the church building doesn't mean that that's just all pure people. Believe me, abuse goes on in those places, That's why I put videos out there about cult churches, to watch out for those, that not all churches are clean and holy and living for God, There's a lot of false doctors, teachers, preachers out there in those churches, because unclean spirits goes in those churches to corrupt, and they spread it out there like the virus. So you do have to protect yourself. And if you're around people that yeah, it could be your husband or wife or your kids, those kids, if they're always going back to the public school, they're going to bring stuff at the house. You're probably wondering, what's wrong with my kids? Why are they acting and behaving this way? How about your husband? How about your wife? They go to work and there's some crap going on at work. There's the boss is not a good boss. The boss is just using you to make himself rich or herself rich. That they're not treating you like a human being. They're overworking you. They don't treat you like a human. They don't even be kind to you. They don't even care about you getting time off when you need it. Those people are carrying some spirits, and you're the only one that can free yourself from those places. And it's going to cause you to get stressed out, and you can come home, you can have people that you work with that treat you like crap. talk behind your back, criticize you, and then you get upset, you're overworked, you're overstressed, and you come home, and now you're taking it out on your family. You don't even mean to, you love your family, but it's because you're carrying unclean energies in your body and you're not aware of it. And now that energy's got to go somewhere, just like in the Bible where that man had legions of unclean. I can't remember how this goes, so don't correct me. I mean, like, I'm sorry that I'm not going to say this right, but there was a man that had all these lots of legions of unclean spirits in him, and I believe um, he was freed of these spirits. And I can't remember who freed. I think it might have been Jesus, that he had a lot of unclean spirits in him, and people, he called him a lunatic or something like that. And I believe it was Jesus that prayed to heal this man of these unclean spirits, because I think he was naked and they thought he was crazy, lunatic man outside. And though that those unclean spirits need a place to go, and so they were cast out into a swine of pigs, and then the swine of pigs ran wildly or something like that and ran into the water, and then they drowned. So they need a place to go. You know, they need purification. They need to get cleared of that stuff. So the Bible, you know, so unclean spirits are anywhere and everywhere. It can be at your grocery store. So if you see people flipping out and behaving a certain way, well, that's a great sign, a great indicator that they got unclean spirits in them. So if you are hanging out with people that have those in them, you and your family, if you're connected with them and like in that space, like with your aura, you know, you're going to be affected by them one way or another, and it might not be so noticeable. So anyway, is that I know this video is going to be long, but how you can clear it out is in your house. You might need to buy a lot of it, you know, if you got a big house, is that you can sage, um, smudge. I'm going to have to do that another video. So this is just going to be a video because the minutes are long. It would be too long to do the rest of the video. So I'll have to have like a part 2 on this. So I really did want to tell you how you can actually purify your house, you and, you know, your car, because it's so important with your car also. And I did this a couple, I don't know, 3 times I think with my car right now. So it's so important to do that. So I'm going to do that on another video. And I really, hang on, I got to switch things around on my phone. I really, I could have gone on and on about this video, this topic, because it is so important to keep your body clear. You know, I am asking God, the Creator, God, the only one, the Holy One, the Most High, God's Son, Jesus, you know, to use me every day. I did that prayer that today I am purifying myself. Like I said yesterday, you know, I could have, you know, I bet you those young people would have said, hey, you want a can of beer? Hey, you know, I told them, hey, if you want to smoke marijuana, don't stop because I'm here. You know, I didn't do it. And I was teaching them something. I said, you know, I'm like, you know, to be honest with you, 50% of me would like to do it and 50% says no. You know, so I passed the test. I know that, you know, a lot of people love smoking with other people, and they would have definitely said, hey, Starlight, would you like to take a hit? And, you know, I left, you know, at the time that I needed to leave, you know, because I want to be purified, and I want to be clean so God can use me fully. So that's why I sage myself, so I can be clear of any lower toxic energies in my body and my being. And I did a meditation, the same thing, is to clear myself of any lower vibration, any dark entities or negative vibrations out of my body, out of my being. And so next time I will make a video on how to do your house and you and the car. You know, it's all important. So I do love you so much, and I hope you really get a lot of help. You can give this video a thumbs up, and you can also yeah, you can give this thumbs up if you want to see and be that change in the world. Plus, you can leave a message down below. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel. And don't forget the notification bell. And also, you could share my videos, and don't forget my playlist. You know, there's a lot of other videos you could check out. Did you know, or something like that, is where I have a video on there about sage. Have you ever tried sage? And it's a really cool story. And I do want to do that story again, but a different title. That way people will find it. So anyway, I do love you. You can also, besides Sharon, you can also follow me on Instagram, and that's 1995 Starlight, or on Facebook, and that is Kathy with a K Dingman. And I love you. I am going to be taking a dip here soon. I really, I really hope you enjoy your day. This is Starlight. You can find me on Instagram. Oh yeah, I already did this. This is Starlight. Love and light. Peace.